I want to come back to Diane. You've heard all their answers. What do you make of it?
Lip service, if I'm honest. Absolute lip service, because you've all had an opportunity. The Conservatives have had an opportunity. Labour, as you quite rightly said, you've been in power for over 12 months and the figures are higher than they've ever been.
Yeah, enough.
Really?
If you don't mind.
In the past 12 months,
hang on.
They are higher. So you're talking about deterrence. You've had how many years to put deterrence in place as the Conservatives? It hasn't worked.
Yeah, I'm really sorry that you feel that way.
Hang on, I'm just coming back to you. I'm going to come back to the audience. Cara, what did you make of it?
Well, I mean, as you've already said, I've travelled down from Nottingham, so whilst I understand that Diane deserves full, opportunity to respond to their answers, I would appreciate some respect in answering the question that I've asked, not choosing to answer the question that you wanted to answer.
I'm
happy to talk.
Yes, go ahead. Happy to.
Yeah, look, racism is unacceptable, and there's no either or here. We can secure the borders, we can, and we will, move people into MOD sites away from hotels, but we do that within our British values. And that's being strong, but also being decent, being firm, but also being fair. And racism is absolutely unacceptable. And of course there is racism. And what we mustn't do is dial that up. And that's what we see from the likes of Reform, because they do use language such as fighting age males, which, by the way, I've served the country in Iraq and Afghanistan.
What's
that's the language we use
age
against
males,
the Taliban
now, hold
when
on,
we're
Mike. What's
fighting
racist
Taliban.
about fighting age males?
No, I'm saying you're raising
Tell me what the racist...
I'll answer
what
your
is
question.
What is racist about
What I'm saying
age
is you're
males?
raising the dial, raising the temperature with that language. I use that language on the ground in Afghanistan when people were shooting at us. You're using it about people who are looking for a better life. It's absolutely disgraceful.
Okay.
It feeds racism.
So number one,
that's not British values. You do not stand up for Britain.
The only
you
person,
do not like
the
the flag.
only person
You're
who's used the
patriots.
word, the only person who has used the word invasion since this programme began was the introducer at the beginning.
I didn't say invasion.
And then the lady in the audience.
I didn't say invasion.
I'm using the word invasion because over the last 8.5 years, more people have turned up on the beaches illegally, uninvited. The majority of them men, the majority of them the fighting age men that hate this country, including countries like Afghanistan, Syria. And by the way, that is more people. That is more people, Mike. That is more people than stormed the beaches.
But you will do nothing for this country.
That is more people than stormed the beaches of Normandy on D-Day. And you are advocating, as the immigration minister for this country, to leave our borders undefended, leave them open in the name of, quote, British values. What you're doing is betraying the British people.
Kieran,